Hi guys, so for this week what I'm going to be doing is taking part in the Banned Books Challenge, or the Challenge Book Challenge. And if you don't know what that means, it's a challenge that happens once a week this is Banned Books Week, where you can, if you want to, read a book that's been banned, that's on the banned books list. In books have been banned for several reasons, such as religion, sexually graphic, violence, controversial themes, things like that. So, for instance, some books you may find on that list are the Bible, Anarchist Cookbook for certain reasons, if you can't guess. Anne Frank's diary is actually on the banned books list because in some countries it is banned because they don't like the fact that it represents Jews in a positive light, which I thought was pretty messed up. Shocked when I heard the reasoning behind that. Other books are, like Alice in Wonderland was banned in China for a while because of the talking animals. They thought it would blur the lines between people and animals for children, and they didn't like that. So some of the reasonings may seem a bit ridiculous, but it actually happened. So for this week, for my banned book that I'm going to read, and I'm also going to tell you guys why it was banned, why I picked this book, as well as a bit about the book itself. So the book I picked was The Golden Compass by Phillip Pullman. Now, for those who may have read this book before, you may be wondering at this point, why was this banned? It's such a good book. It's a kid's book. You may have read this as a kid. And this was a big thing in about around 2010, 2013, 2007 maybe as well. Even despite the fact that this book was written in 1995 as the first book in his Dark Materials trilogy. Man, I keep reading. I've read this book several times, but I still can't remember the name of the trilogy. Oh, that makes me a bad person. No, it doesn't. I apologize for the coughing. I have something in my throat. So, the main character's book name is Lyra, and she has a friend / guardian / partner named Pan. I'm not going to try to pronounce his full name. It's this long, several letter, crazy, if I say it I feel like I'd be stupid, name. And what he is, he's basically her soul taking a physical form. It's like physical representation of her soul is the best way I could put it. And everybody in her world has it. And her world is basically an alternate universe to ours world. And so they have the College Oxford, which many of you have heard, but it's just a bit different. Very different. It has the church, which is actually one of Lyra's rivals, or oppositions in the story, which is a reason why it was placed on the banned book list, because it was considered to be for religious reasons. A lot of Catholic churches were not pleased with how the church in this book was presented. Now, I'm going to say a few facts. So, the author, Phillip Pullman, is an atheist. Or at least he still is to this point. I don't think he's converted to any religion. But if I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments. And his main point wasn't, from what I've read, to down the Catholic Church or to put down organized religion in any way, but more to give the idea that even with the greatest intentions, people could still do wrong, and that doesn't exclude the church. That even though the church's teachings are to do good and all these things, like down to the basics, there are those who will become corrupted, and the church is no different. Because it is run by humans, and humans can be corrupted, and we've seen that time and time again. Or they'll take the religion too far, and in this world, religion has been taken too far to the point where it's basically whole religion or the church in this book are run by powerful men who use their power to control people through any means necessary, which is what I think is a bit crazy. Like, if this happened in our world, what I would hope that we would fight back against something like this, or at least not get something so strong. But you have seen there are religious groups in our world where we have seen them go too far. Westboro Baptist Church. God help me, I'm gonna get some flames on this video just for that one line. Or maybe some claps. I'm a weirdo, but I love it. Or religious extremists, things like that. So, anyway, that's one of the main reasons why this book was banned in Catholic schools, if I'm not mistaken. You can also correct me on that in the comments. So, I honestly think the book is very good. It's fantasy, it's magic, it's everything I would love to, a universe I would love to live in, you know, minus the whole tyrannical church bit. My God, I do not record well. Anyway, so the line I have decided to read to you is from the last few, section of the book. Oh, and gosh, I know that you're gonna hate me for this, because in a way I'm kind of spoiling the book for you, so spoiler alert. It doesn't give away much of the actual ending, like what the meaning of this is, but I just like the way this section is written. And yes, I will butcher some words. So please, bear with me. Flame me quietly in your head. Or in the comments. But quietly in the comments, no caps. Anyway, let's do this. Just us then. Don't matter, we're not alone anyway. Not like... She knew he meant not like Tony Macarius. Not like those poor lost demons in Bolvangar. We're still one being. Both of us are one. And we've got the alethiometer, she said. Yeah, I reckon we've got to do it, Pan. We'll go up there and we'll search for dust, and then when we found it, we'll know what to do. Roger's body lay still in her arms. She let him down gently, and we'll do it, she said. She turned away. Behind them lay pain, death, and fear. Ahead of them lay doubt and danger and the fathomless mysteries. But they weren't alone. So Lyra and her daemon turned away from the world they were born in, and looked toward the sun, and walked into the sky. So for all of you right now who are reading this book, or are thinking of reading this book, who now hate me because I just read the last line to them, have a good day. And for those of you who have read the book and couldn't remember the last line, there you go, it's pretty nice. And for those who have never even heard of the book and may think about reading it, hopefully that line was interesting enough to think, what were the meaning behind those words? What is dust? Well, at least what's dust in this world? It's not the normal, she didn't clean right. Dust, it's the whole magical. Twinkle, twinkle, sparkle, sparkles, conspiracy. A lot of that. And anyway, that was my submission for the Banned Books Week challenge. Hope you liked it, and I strongly recommend reading this book and making your own decisions and making your own interpretations on the meaning of the book and what you like about it. There's 3 other books. Well, it's not 3 other. It's a trilogy, so there's 3 books in all. So this is the first one. I also have the second one around here. Oh, right here. The Subtle Knife. And I swear it's a really good book. Oh my god, I almost dropped that. So I would highly recommend this series. And you can obviously see behind me my One Piece poster and my Sarah Fair in the House at the End of the World poster. which is also a really messed up but amazing kids book, which I would recommend you read to your children if you want them to have nightmares. Or if they're like one of those daredevil kids. Sweet dreams. Anyway, good night. Thank you for watching, and please forgive my very terrible reading skills and my video taking skills.